What is systematic desensitization? This is where you take a distraction that the dog would rather avoid because he's either stressed or worried about it, and you slowly add those distractions into the dog's environment. This way the dog will be able to handle the situation instead of being fearful in that situation. So why is it important to systematically desensitize your dog to distractions in a dog sport environment? It will help the dog build confidence around those distractions, such as people, things, dogs, things going on. It decreases the dog's stress level. It will help the dog to learn to cope in new environments and generalize better. It will also create a happy, confident dog that is able to perform at the best of his ability whenever he goes in the ring. So anytime something appears out of nowhere, we are going to reinforce the dog in position. Okay, Hiromi. Reinforce. And we're going to use a high rate of reinforcement, so we're going to keep reinforcing him for looking in her direction. And we can make that happen by positioning the food right in front of his face, right looking directly at the distraction, which in this case, go ahead, keep reinforcing. Even though he's not reacting, we can still build that positive association. So see how his head is up when she's reinforcing. Make sure that the head is here, facing that distraction. Perfect, you can go ahead. Yeah. And then when the distraction disappears, the food also stops. Counter and classical conditioning. In addition to desensitizing, you will be changing your dog's emotional response to the distraction or the sight or sound. You'll be creating a positive association with that distraction. So good things happen to your dog when he sees distractions. Either he gets to eat popcorn at the movies, or he gets to focus back on you. Distractions equal reward. Step 1. Handler and dog will be alone in a small area. The dog will be off leash and allowed to roam the area. The handler will be looking for any time the dog is checking in. They're going to click any time the dog is checking in or chooses to come close to them. Once the handler clicks, the dog should be encouraged to come to the handler for the reinforcer or reward. The reinforcement should be close to the handler, and it shouldn't be a tossing of a frisbee or a ball. You want to make sure the dog is close by and learning that being close is what you want. I like to use either a tug or some sort of toy. You could use a frisbee that the dog could tug on. Once the dog has checked in with you and you've given reinforcement for the dog being close to you, you can now start to release the dog back into the environment. Every time the dog checks in and looks at you or comes to you, click and reinforce close to you. After a little while, the dog will choose to be with you instead of wanting to explore the environment. And that's exactly what you want your dog to do. Because when you're competing in a dog sport, you want the dog with you, or you want the dog engaged with you. Continue the process until the dog no longer cares about the environment and only wants to hang out with you. Okay, go check it out. Good job. So I'm going to let him explore his environment, and I'm going to click and treat him for coming back to me or looking at me or staying with me. So if he would rather stay with me, then he can get reinforced for that as well. Okay, go check it out. Good job. Okay, go check it out. Or go play. Good job. Good job. Good job. And then click and treat for him staying with me. Good job. Okay. Step number 10. Add a spectator sitting next to the ring. You could add one at a time until you have quite a few. When you add new criteria, people outside of the ring, you would want to normally decrease the other distractions inside the ring. For filming purposes, we will leave the people inside the ring as distractions, as well as adding people outside the ring. Go at your dog's pace and figure out what exactly that dog can handle.
Mono, sit. Good boy. Yeah. Good boy. Okay. Ready? Ready? Okay. Mono, over. Good boy. Over. Tunnel, tunnel, tunnel. Good boy. Good boy. Ready? Over. Good boy. Over.
So with this scene, all we did was we added more distractions. So we have the judge moving. We've got the leash runner. We have a spectator outside the ring. So we're slowly increasing the criteria for the dog to be able to work in a more distracting environment, doing what they already love to do, which is agility or whatever sport that the dog is doing.